Hey ladies, today we're going to talk about our health. There is nothing more important, and it is something we should never take for granted, and it's something we've got to work on all the time. Research shows that we can lose 10% of our muscle mass during perimenopausal alone, and then as we age, it just continues to accelerate. Losing muscle is a big deal, you guys. Not only does it increase our chances of injury, but it also puts us on a path of insulin resistance, of losing bone density, of chronic diseases such as type 2 diabetes or heart disease. So we have to take charge of this muscle loss. It's easy. We can rebuild it, but we just have to do it. So the way to rebuild our muscle is through strength training. I'm going to take you through an easy upper body strength training routine where we're going to target our shoulders, our biceps, our triceps, our chest, and our back. And if you don't have weights at home, you can order them on Amazon. You can take this little routine and do it in the comfort of your home. If you do have a gym membership, you can do it quickly, kick it out at the gym before maybe going to play pickleball or whatever else you like to do. But I like to have my weights at home as well, because as much as I like going to the gym and doing a barbell class, I just find sometimes I can't get to that exact class, and I don't want to miss out on doing my strength training 3 times a week. We need to be doing it 3 times a week. You need to take a break in between, so you don't want to do it every day, but 3 times a week is perfect. I have been working out with weights and doing strength training since I'm a teenager, but I can't do it the same way that I've been doing it all these years. A couple of years ago, I started to notice that I started to lose my muscle definition, and that is because I do light weights, or I've changed it up. I would do light weights, lots of reps. So I would just take maybe a 5 or maybe even a 2-pound weight and then just do a lot of reps. But that is not what we need to be doing now. Now we need to take a weight that we cannot just sit there and do it rep after rep after rep. We have to take something that really makes us struggle. So I have different weights, and I try every once in a while to do just a few with a heavier weight, just to try and push myself as much as I can. So what you should do if you've never done weight training before is start low, but build yourself up. Whatever weight you're doing, it should be a struggle. You shouldn't be able to do it over and over and over, many, many reps. You want to do a few reps and really work and really isolate that muscle that you're working. So let's start with shoulders and work our way down. So I have a 10-pound weight right here, and I could probably go up to a 15-pound weight, but I don't have one. So at home, I've been using this 10-pound weight. So keep your arm shoulder height, and you just lift up, and then you come down. You don't come lower than shoulder. You just go up and down, and you do that 10 times. If you have 2 weights, you could do both of them at the same time, but I feel like I can concentrate more if I do one side at a time. And then you just switch, and you do the other side. So that's going to do our shoulders. The other thing I should mention is you need to up your protein intake. So whatever your weight is, you should be eating that in ounces of protein. And that was not easy for me to do. I've always intermittent fasted. I don't usually eat until later in the day. I have started to eat earlier in the day because to get all that protein in, I just can't get it all in just by eating at the end of the day. I used to be a vegan, and there are definitely ways to get that protein in if you're a vegan or if you have a vegetarian diet, but I just found it was too much work, and it was just easier for me to do it like this. So I am no longer eating a vegan diet, and that is the only reason. It is just so much easier to get that protein in when I'm not a vegan. Next, let's move down to our biceps and hold the weight by your side with your fingernails facing forward, and you just lift. So what you want to do is really be isolating that muscle. So this is the muscle that you're working right here. You keep your elbow glued to your side and you just lift 10 times. And again, I like doing one arm at a time. I can make the weight a little more. Really think about that muscle that you're working and make your stance strong. Make your abs tight and just work that one muscle. And do that 10 times and then switch to your other side, keeping your elbow by your side. Don't let it poke out like this. You don't want that. You want your arm straight and then up and down. And that's working your bicep. Next, we're gonna work the back of the arm, which is the tricep. That is the one that when we wave, so does the flab under our arm. So we're gonna work on that, ladies, and we're gonna tighten that muscle up. It's a hard muscle to work. It's a hard muscle to get definition from, but we're gonna do it. Bend forward. Bring your elbow up and kick out. And you can do that 10 times. I do a lot for my triceps because I just really want to get that little muscle worked because it has really lost definition and it has really weakened. So I will do this 10 times and then you can hold it up there for 10 seconds and you can also do little pulses. And let's do 2 for the triceps because that is the muscle that is so hard to work. Put your weight behind you. Keep your elbows as close to your head as possible. Do not let them fling out. When you start to get tired, they want to fling out. So keep your elbows tight to your head and just go up and down. Keeping your abs tight all the time. Dig your heels into the ground. Keep your body nice and straight and just go up and down. So we've done our shoulders, we've done our biceps, and we've done our triceps, and now we are going to do our chest. So we're gonna go up here again, the way we did for our shoulder, but instead of going up over our head, instead we are going to bring it in, keeping it shoulder height. Don't let it drop down. Don't go too high, right at your shoulder height, and just bring it in and out. And each one do 10 times, 12 times. You make up your own routine. Do it until exhaustion. That's what you really should do. When you start to feel your arm shake, you know you're doing it right. When it starts to get all jittery and shaky, you know you are working that muscle. Okay, let's move on to our back. I picked up a heavier weight because I am going to hold it in both hands. So I'm going to bend over like you're doing a deadlift and then pull up like a row. So you're rowing. So you just keep doing this, down, come up. Go down, lift, come up. And you can do it in different ways if you want to do go down, lift it 3 times, and then come up. But you want to really think about the muscle you're working, and when you get to the top, give it a squeeze. Come down, get to the top, give those muscles a squeeze. So as you can see, it is so easy. There's no reason why we can't be doing this 3 times a week. We should be exercising every day. I would say get out for a walk. I think that is the best exercise on the planet. Just getting out, getting some exercise, getting some fresh air. You can do it in the heat of the summer. You can do it in the cold of the winter. You can do it any time of the year. Just dress accordingly, but just get out there and just getting the sun on your face, just breathing in the fresh air and just getting a little exercise goes a really long way. So another thing I started doing a month ago, maybe 2 months ago, I don't really remember, but I started using creatine, which is a powder that I just put in my water. It has always been said, I've always heard of creatine as something that bodybuilders do, so it just never occurred to me that that would be something I would want to put into my diet. But they say it is so good for us as we're aging. Not only does it help your muscles, but it helps your brain muscle. So it's supposed to help our aging brain with Alzheimer's, and it can't hurt, right? So I've been doing that, and I really do feel like I'm seeing a difference, really just in the definition of my muscles too. So it takes a village, as I always say, you guys. It's not just one thing that solves all our problems. It's a progression of things. So adding more protein into our diet, getting our strength training in, and perhaps trying creatine. And when you work out, wear clothes that make you feel cute. Everything I'm wearing here today is from Amazon. So these leggings, 25 bucks from the gym people. They're really thick fabric, which I think is important, and it has a pocket on each side. The top is from CRZ Yoga. It's cropped, but they do have ones that are longer. I can link all of that. But do put a little bit of effort into looking cute when you're working out, because it just helps you feel better. And if you go to the gym, there's mirrors everywhere. So for me, it's important. I put on some makeup and I put on something that makes me feel cute, because why not? There's no reason not to. If you would be interested in me doing a lower body workout or even an ab workout, I'd be more than happy to do that. So just let me know in the comments. But for today, that is it. I'm so glad you're here with me today, because that just shows that you care about your health. It's so important. That is how we are going to age well, is if we do not ignore that our health is within our power, mostly. So what we can control, let's take care of it. Let's work out, let's exercise, and let's do things that make us happy and smile, because that really does help us age wonderfully as well. I love you guys so much. Go do something healthy. Bye.